Good Monday evening, Southeast Texas. Looks like a much drier air mass filters on into our area over the next day or so. Notice the scale, and we say goodbye to that green and get in some beiges, even some browns, and that means that a drier air mass moving on in. It's going to make the humidity levels go down. And I've shown both the triangle and the lakes area could see a low of 67 in the lakes tonight and 71 in the triangle. And as you can see, not bad up in the lakes area. Another front comes in on Thursday, and by Friday and Saturday morning, even in the triangle, we could be in the upper 60s while the lakes are into the mid 60s. So going to feel a little bit better. You know, it's not anything like what we saw in February, but we're moving in the right direction. So this latest disturbance is what is kicking that front through the area. But boy, this is what you want to have if you're in hurricane season. This kind of pattern developing as we head towards Thursday. Strong high pressure over the four corners and a northerly flow aloft precludes any possibility of any tropical system affecting us over the next week or so. So that is some good news there as Invest 91L stays well off towards our east. Otherwise, you can see that drier air filtering on into southeast Texas. Invest 91L is not going to be an issue as it heads towards the north and east out to sea. Low chance, I should say, of development in about 5 days. Very disorganized right now. Modeling does pick it up and take it off to the north and east. Sure, it's been the big issue with this, but it may relax as it heads towards the southeastern U.S. maybe in about 5 days. But look at that beautiful northerly flow in the upper levels. You want that during hurricane season. But we know that that's not going to stick around. Otherwise, in the tropics, this storm is not an issue for us. This is lumbering Larry in the eastern eastern Atlantic, I should say. Winds at 125 miles an hour. It's moving northwest at 10 miles an hour. A large eye, right around 60 miles in diameter. The largest eye was Typhoon Winnie in the Pacific in 1997 and Typhoon Carmen in 1960. Both of those typhoons had a record 230-mile wide eye. So while this is a big eye, it's nothing like what they've seen in the Pacific. Otherwise, not an issue for us. It looks like a high degree of probability this is not going to affect even the East Coast except for swells by midweek. It looks like it's going to go east of Bermuda and begin weakening. High pressure is off to the north of it, so it is going to trek on off to the north and east around the outer periphery of that high as a trough of low pressure kicks it on off towards the north and east. Otherwise, not an issue for us. Tonight, though, we're expecting dry weather as that drier air mass filters on in. Should see temperatures dropping into the mid to upper 60s lakes. Lower 70s in the triangle, skies clear. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies are expected. High temperatures are going to get in the lower 90s, but at least the humidity will be significantly lower. So the heat index not going to be much of an issue tomorrow. So it'll feel actually a little cooler, even though the high temperatures are warmer. Mostly smooth seas expected on the Gulf of Mexico tomorrow, around a foot. Good boating conditions. We'll see northeast winds at 5 to 10 knots, water temperature 87. Our forecast tonight, mostly clear. A little bit cooler, mid-60s lakes, 70 along I-10, lower 70s in Mid and South County. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with lower humidity, northeast and south winds, highs lower 90s. But the heat index is not going to be an issue tomorrow because of this lower humidity. High temperatures do creep up in the mid-90s Wednesday and Thursday, but again, the humidity will be low. Next cold front coming in on Thursday. You're saying, what cold front? Okay, this is a cold front. It's not a strong one, but it is a cold front. Look at those lows. Knocking those lows down into the upper 60s Friday and Saturday morning in the triangle, mid-60s lakes, mid-90s, no rain expected the next 5 days. That could change on Sunday. I've included just a 10% coverage at this time as the muggies return, and then it could be locally heavy rainfall coming up Monday and Tuesday of next week. Download our app. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com. Stay safe. Have a fantastic evening.